happy Wednesday. Welcome to this week's episode of Nicole's Notions, brought to you by Pick Your Stitch. This week I have one of my absolute favorite rulers to share with you. This is the Stripology Ruler by Creative Grids. If you have never seen this ruler before, you're going to want to pay attention because it is a major time saver. This ruler has slots every ½ inch. So as you can see, it's very, very flexible because the slots in this ruler go all the way from the top all the way to the bottom down here. Because this is a Creative Grids ruler, it has their ingenious grippers on the back. So what that means is that this ruler is going to slide around on your fabric very easily until you apply just a little bit of pressure, because every single one of these strips has grip on the back of it. So you don't need to worry about your ruler sliding around all over the place while you're trying to cut. Because there are slots every ½ inch, that means that anytime you need to cut anything in ½ inch increments, it's going to save you time and it's going to take a lot of the math out of it for you. At the bottom of the ruler, there are squares and there are stars. Every time you see a square, that indicates it's been 2½ inches since the last square. And every time you see a star, that indicates that it's been 1½ inches since the last time you cut. What this means is that you can cut 1½ inch strips or squares, as well as 2½ inch strips or squares, without moving your ruler. So that means anytime you have to cut your binding for a quilt, this is the ruler you want to get the job done quickly without having to move your fabric around. This quilt behind me I made for my son. It has over 8,600 1½ inch squares in it. I bought this ruler specifically to make this quilt. Normally, this would have taken me hours and hours to cut. It would have taken me so long I probably would have given up. Because I used the Stripology ruler, I cut the entire quilt probably a little over an hour. It took almost no time at all, and I didn't even hardly think twice about it. I'm going to show you how easy this ruler is to use. So right now I have fabric that I have folded over twice, so I have 4 layers of fabric here on the table. All you're going to do is line up this bottom line with your bottom fold of fabric. I'm going to cut 1½ inch squares. I'm going to cut there. So I'm cutting everywhere there's a star. Your rotary cutter fits right down inside the slot without any problems at all. My fingers are nowhere near getting cut, and it's going as smooth as can be. So right now I have 1½ inch strips, just like that. I cut, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I cut 8 1½ inch strips with no problem at all. Now what I'm going to do, without moving the fabric, I'm going to turn my ruler around because I want 1½ inch squares, because I decided I was crazy enough that I was going to make another Mario Brothers quilt. You can do this with 2½ inch squares as well. So just like that, in hardly any time at all, I have hundreds of 1½ inch squares cut. If you want to square up a block, or any project that you're working on, if you have half square triangles, if you have quarter square triangles, any block that you want to square up to 12½ inches, all you have to do is lay this on your cutting table, set your ruler on top of it, and bing bang boom, there you go. This ruler comes in 3 different sizes. This is the 12½ inch size. This is the largest ruler, and it measures 20 by 14, so you're going to be able to cut a lot more strips at once. There's also a mini ruler available, and the size of that one is 8½ by 12½. These rulers are special order only. The pricing that we have this week only for these rulers, the large size is regularly $79.99. It will be on sale until next Thursday at $69.99. The medium ruler, which is normally $63.99, will be on sale for $55.99. And the mini ruler, regular retail price on that is $47.99. This week it will be $41.99. Along with the rulers, the designers have also come out with a few different books, specifically with quilt designs in mind to use in conjunction with the rulers. There are absolutely gorgeous quilts in here. This is one of my absolute favorites. There are several different designs in here. Like I said, all of them are designed to be used in conjunction with the Stripology rulers. So we can order the books and we can order the rulers for you as well. Thank you for watching. As always, we ask you to please like, comment, and if you're following us on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. We will see you next Wednesday.